Dear students, I welcome you all in my second video. In this, we will discuss about some of the questions related to topic kingdom Animalia. Okay, so I hope so that you all are ready. Student, my first question is, how do porphyrin animals differ from cylindric animals? Okay, I have told you that porphyrins are the group of animals which have very simple structure. Okay, now you have to differentiate between the two. So student, I have already told you that in case of your porifera, those animals, they have pores, whereas the pores were absent in your cylindrate. Whereas if I talk about body cavity, it is present in your cylindrate, whereas it is absent in case of your porifera. So I hope so that you came to know the difference between the animals of porphyrin and cylindrate groups. Clear? Student, my second question is, how do annelid animals differ from arthropods? Okay, so now you have to tell me that how the member of your annelida group differ from the member of your arthropoda group. Students, I have already told you that the member of your annelida group, they have segmented body. Okay, the example of your annelida are earthworm. You might have seen the body of earthworm, they have segments. Okay, whereas true segmentation, it is absent in case of your arthropoda. Clear? And if I'll talk about jointed appendages, these are present in your arthropods, whereas absent in case of your annelids. Clear? I hope so that you have got this. Third question is, student, what are differences between amphibians and reptiles? Okay, so students, amphibians, first of all you must know the example of amphibians. Okay, the example of amphibians are frog. Okay, students, so amphibian, they need water to lay egg and fertilization is external, whereas reptilians do not need water to lay eggs and the fertilization in case of your reptiles, they are internal. What is fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes. Clear? Student, next, amphibian, they use both skin and lungs for breathing, whereas your reptilians, they breathe only through lungs. Okay, so I hope so that you have got clear cut idea that how the member of your amphibians, they differ from the member of your reptilians. Okay, next, student, what are the differences between animals belonging to the apes groups and those in the mammalian group? Now they are asking about the difference between apes group and mammalian group. Student, in case of apes, we know that your birds comes. Okay, so now you have to tell me, okay, the feature by keeping bird in your mind. Okay, so we know that in apes, body is covered with feather, whereas in case of your mammals such as human being also, okay, body is covered with hairs. Second, mammary glands are absent in case of apes. Okay, whereas it is present in case of mammals. Okay, that is why mammals such as human being, they can feed their child. Okay, or I can say newborn baby through her milk. Clear? Next, student, four limbs of apes are modified into wings. Okay, four limbs, okay, means hath. Okay, they have been modified into wings, whereas in case of your mammals, they are as such. Okay, example, human beings. Okay, our hands are known as forelimbs and our legs are known as hind limbs. Okay, so in case of mammals, our forelimbs, they do not modify to become wings. Okay, student, next is apes are oviparous. Oviparous means they lay egg, whereas most of the mammals are viviparous, with some of the exceptions such as platypus. Clear? Platypus is a kind of mammal which lay egg. Clear? Next, student, how are the criteria for deciding division in plants differ from the criteria for dividing or deciding the subgroup among animals? Student, in plant kingdom, what happen? Morphological characters are taken into consideration. Okay, means physical feature, while deciding about the division. Okay, and they have told about morphology, that it is the study of the shapes and forms of various parts, whereas in case of your animal kingdom, these anatomical characters are taken. Okay, internal characters are taken into consideration while deciding about subgroup. Okay, and what is this anatomy? Anatomy is the study of various organs design in animals. Getting? Okay, in case of your plants, what we take morphological feature, that how it looks, whereas in case of your animal we take the anatomical character, okay, that how the animal is from inside. Last question, students. Explain how animals in vertebrata are classified into further subgroups. I've told you that there are five classes such as Pisces, Tetrapoda, okay, and then under Tetrapoda there would be your amphibia, reptilia, apes and mammalia, okay. In case of your Pisces, all your fishes will come, okay. I have told you about it, that they have streamlined body, okay, which help in their locomotion. Their body is covered with scale, they have gills, okay, and they are cold blooded animal, that is, okay, they change their temperature. And the heart has only two chambered and they lay eggs. If I'll talk about Tetrapoda, student, Tetrapoda, tetra means four, okay. Under this all the animals will come who have four limbs, okay, though it can modified further into wings also in case of apes, but they have Tetrapoda, okay, they have four limbs, okay. And it will include your amphibia, reptilia, apes and mammalia. I've told you about amphibia, okay, that they live in both water and land, okay. And then they have mucus gland which keep their skin moist. The animal breathe through their skin when in water, whereas lungs when it is on land, okay, it have three chambered, whereas fishes have only two chambered heart. They are cold blooded animal, example frog, toad, salamander. About reptilia, I've told you that they have a crawling movement for locomotion, skin is hard. Now, mostly they are three chambered, but exception is crocodile, which has four chambered heart. They do not lay their eggs in water, okay, and their eggs are covered with hard shells, okay. Example snake, lizard, crocodile, turtle. If I talk about apes, their body is covered with feather, okay. And I've told you that the four limbs are modified into wings. These are warm blooded animal, clear. And then they have four chambered heart, bones are hollow, that is why they are able to fly, okay. And all the birds belong to this class. Last, student, mammalia, the body is covered with hair, we all know, and the skin has a seat, okay, sweat gland and sebaceous gland, okay, sweat gland and sebaceous gland, clear. And mammary glands are present in females, okay, through which they feed their young ones and are used for nourishing them, okay. Most of the mammalian they give birth to young ones are known as viviparous, and whereas some mammals they also lay egg, they are known as oviparous. Example of mammalia are your human, chimpanzee, lion, platypus, horse, okay. So students, so with this I have finished, okay, the chapter with its all the important questions, okay. But if still there is any query, please feel free to call me. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.